Hi, this is another video for Saturday, May 17th. And on Saturday we say the joyful mysteries. And I thought we'd do a video on some points of reflection. We've already covered the first four joyful mysteries: the Annunciation, the Visitation, the Nativity, and the Presentation. But I thought we would finish out and do a video on what to meditate on when saying the fifth joyful mystery, which is the finding of Jesus in the temple. So I'm going to read from my Rosary booklet and then give a quick discussion. So the fifth joyful mystery, the finding in the temple. In this mystery, we recall the 3 days when our Lord was missing. Mary and Joseph had gone up to Jerusalem to celebrate a religious feast. Our Lord, who was then about 12 years old, went with them. When it was time for the party to return home, Mary and Joseph did not miss the child until evening. In those days, it was customary for people to travel in small companies, the men in one group, the women in another. The children were allowed to travel with either company, so Mary thought our Lord was with Joseph, while Joseph thought he was with Mary. When evening came and they discovered that the child was missing, they both returned to Jerusalem to find him. They searched among all their friends and relatives with no success. Finally, on the third day, they found him in the temple sitting with the great doctors and astounding them with his wisdom. We can well understand the happiness of Mary and Joseph when our Lord was once again with them, for he was more than all the world to them in every way. Let us also seek him in the sacrament of penance if we have lost him by sin. So there's a couple of things we can reflect upon, and one of them is the role of parents and guardians. So we look at Mary and Joseph and how they searched faithfully for Jesus, and they searched for 3 days until they found him. And we can also think about our role as parents and guardians, and do we guide young people in life towards a deeper faith, and how do we support spiritual growth in our families? And then the last sentence here, after I read this, I thought, wow, right away. It said, let us also seek him in the sacrament of penance if we have lost him by sin. So we can think about the pain of losing Jesus, and have we ever felt distant from Christ in our life? And think of how fortunate we are that we can just go to church and avail ourselves of the sacrament of penance and be forgiven. Um, So those are some quick reflections that we can think about, and I hope you found it enjoyable, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.